Okay, today we have my willow leaf ficus. Um, it has done really good since I brought it in. The last 2 years, I brought it in and it lost a lot of leaves and really went yellow. And this year has been pretty good. Now, I did do a different thing just as something to try. I was wondering if maybe when I brought it in, the big thing was the change in the light, going from outdoors in brighter light to lower light in here. So what I did this year was before the growing season completely shut down, I moved this to the back of the house where it would get less light for a little while, and then until I brought it in, it was sitting out under the maple trees out in front, and it was in complete shade all the time. And I was hoping maybe that would help it not do so poorly when it came in. And it seemed, if that's the difference that it made, it seems to have worked. I also did it with my Portula cariafra because I had the same problem with them. I brought them in, and in a week or two, they just like really lost like a lot of leaves. And you can see this has a few yellowing leaves here and there that are coming off. But it has been nothing major, and they're all in. You can all see they're all inside leaves that probably weren't getting very good light to start with. So today we are going to give this a much needed trim. It's just a big mass of there's a leaf from something else. Just a big mat of leaves, and it has grown with very little. I did trim it a couple times for just a little, just things to keep from getting to be a problem, and it needs some. If you look in here, there's not a lot of ramification. Yes, there's a lot of foliage, but it needs a good trim back to start working on ramification. And I figure it's going to lose, I mean, I still think it's going to lose some leaves anyways. So it could use a reduction of, I feel it could use a reduction of the foliage that it has anyways. I think it would help it being inside for the winter. So we're just going to start trimming it back in places. Now, all this stuff needs to be a separate piece from the rest of this. And then this needs to be defined eventually, like I would like. Some pads in here. You know, you can see there's a little bit of a divide here, which is good. But this stuff is all got to be, it's probably going to be wired more. I had it wired. I just took the wires off. I will probably worry about wiring it another time. I'll do that off screen. You don't need to see me wire. Wiring is kind of boring. So we're just going to work. I'm going to work on this area first. Get this clip back. This was the area that we had. Still not sure what the front of this. I think this is the front of the tree. I had this showing the other way, but I think this is, yeah, this would be what I want the front of the tree to be. Probably right about there. It's not in this pot very good. It's a little, it's probably good where it is orientation, because I like it being a little off to the side and then it goes straight here. This still needs to be addressed a little bit just to clean some of this up back here where I cut this original top that it had. It was probably another 6 inches taller than it is now. Maybe less. This has probably grown out a little bit. So, but yeah, that would be the front. I have this open. This has purposely been cut open a lot. So, yeah, this will probably be, this needs to be brought down some. And that one needs, both of these need to be brought down. You know what? Actually, I will get some wire. We'll do that right now. Like I said, it was wired before, but evidently I didn't wire it down far enough because I do want it wired down more than this. So, okay, so I wired it up these 2 branches to anchor them off of each other. This one I'm going to bring down probably that. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. And then we're just going to bring, this one has already been kind of, when I was wiring it, kind of brought it almost into place. And that'll kind of be a back branch. So, we'll get started in here. When I was wiring this up, I seen a couple issues. One, we have 3 branches coming out here. We don't want all 3 of those branches. So, I think I'll take, hard to tell. I think I'll take the middle out. That would be the bulk of this, but I think that'll give it a better, that'll definitely give it a better divide here. Because it would have been straight. Here we're going, this one's going down, this one's going up. So I think that'll work better. And then I can adjust this just a little bit better. Try to bend that a little bit. We're going to clean this up here. So, and now, I don't mind this coming up, but it's coming up too far. I'm going to cut this back to here. I'm trying not to get in too much of the way here. But these both will just trim back. This is healthy. I've not had any problems with these back budding in the past where there's nothing. As I said here, this was one that had nothing going for it before, and we were hoping stuff branched out, and there's a lot of stuff now. Again, this, a lot of stuff here. We don't need all this. We're going to take these 2 bottom ones off. We're going to still leave this. I don't like this, but I'm going to leave it for now and just see what happens with the tree from here. We're going to, let's see here. We got 2 branches here that are real close to each other. We don't need both of them, and I think I will take the one that's going generally up more. Trim that back to there. And we'll take that back to there. And that back to there. And this will look like I'm just chopping the tree apart, but it needs it done. And as I said, this should bud back. It's very healthy. Like I said, there's a few yellowing leaves, but I think, and most of them are underneath, so they're just not getting enough light. The rest of the foliage looks really healthy, nice green. So I don't see any problem giving this a good clipping. Now here, we actually have 1, 2, 3 right together, and then this other one is back here really close. The only ones I need are these 2 here, so I think that's going to go, and that's going to go. We don't need those. I still don't like this. This is going up, but I'm questioning whether to keep it. We could still get something back here because, again, these were ones that had sprouted off. And I think I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to take this one off. And hope we get something that buds out on the sides back here. Because this is a bit far with no divide. But I think it'll work for now. Okay, here we have, actually, I have kind of, let me move this wire a little bit. I actually wired a bunch of branches like kind of together. I am going to get rid of this bottom one here. Figure out where it exactly is. There we go. Get rid of that. And again, we're hoping again for some more budding back here. And we're just going to take, now I just gotta move this back over here. Move that back a little bit. These are just gonna have to be trimmed back. See, now these are all coming out of the same area again. And I don't think I need all 3 of these. I only need 1 of these because I got 1 here and then we got to divide here. I don't want this one. And I think we will get rid of this top one. And then we'll just bring that one back and let it ramificate. Yeah, this needs a lot of work still. But it's in way better shape than it was. This was really in bad shape before. I'm going to try to move these just a little part more. Yeah, it looks good. Next we'll work on this one here. And again, like I said, everything we're doing here is to help further the ramification. So we have a branch here that forks off here. We don't need, this one's going up, so we don't need that one. We want to get that one off. I'll just chop. Now I am trying to keep some leaves where there is. I don't want to get all rid of, I could probably just have leaf prune this whole thing. These can take it. But one, I have no problem seeing what's in here. I don't have enough ramification to have kept me from seeing it. Yes, here I can't because I'm seeing it dead on and there's just a mass. But on the sides, I can clearly see what I'm doing. So I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to keep whatever branches we can keep. I mean, whatever leaves we can. These are growing down, so we do not need these. This one's growing down, so I will remove this. So, okay. We have a branch forking out here. And I feel this one's too close to that one, and it's moving up, so we'll remove that one. We will bring that one back, and we'll bring these back. Bring that one back. That forks, then that moves this way. There's nothing there. I'm gonna try to bring this stuff back as far as I can. Again, we want ramification. We don't want a lot of, we got too much length on a lot of these branches. This I am going to leave long. I want this long. This one I'm going to shorten back again. Don't need that so long. Okay. move over here. This will be a pad onto its, this will be a piece on itself here. Don't know if we'll need to, this branch might need to eventually be brought down a little bit. This branch maybe too. But for now I'll just work on it. Cut, these are going up, and cut those off. This is going down, don't do that. Yeah, we're not going to keep much on this because this is going down. Just don't have any good, we didn't have any good branches there. The way that branch was going. So, we'll decide on that in a minute. We have branching here and here. We have too many back here. If you see, we got 1, 2 real close. Then we got one here. I'm going to take this middle one out. We don't need all those. And we're going to bring this way back here. We're going to bring this back way back here. And we'll bring this back to here. So there's that one. Now this is the one that may need to come down. I don't know. Right now, I don't need to make this. This depends on this one back here. So we'll work on that one, then we'll work on this. This might need to be brought down too. Let's just start cleaning out what we don't need on this one. This one's coming up, and it's broke, and it looks like it got broken a little bit at some point. We've got one growing underneath we don't need, like that. We have almost, these are not quite bar branches, but they're very close. So we do not need both those branches. I think I will take, trying to decide. If we take this one off and keep this one, that's definitely got to go. I don't like this anyways because it's kind of underneath, so we're going to take that one off anyways. So we'll decide there. This is kind of growing up into this, and I don't see it working. So we're going to remove this like so. And let's see here. This can be brought back a lot. Then, yeah, that works. And then we got a division here. And I'll take that back to here. Then this is growing up, so we don't need that. That's not useful to us. And then these branch out, and we will just try to bring them back for ramification and to make the growth. Again, we're thinking about ramification, and I'm trying to make it more compact. These two are kind of conflicting, but depending on what I eventually do to this branch, it might not be a bad deal. So I'll decide on these two later. Okay, next we'll go to this one. This is all one thing here. We want to think about this as one piece. I think I'll come to this side just because we can see the side better. We have a division of this and this. We have a close branch here. We do not need all those branches. They're not quite together, but they're too close. This division is too close to this division. And I think we'd be best off keeping this one and then removing that from the middle. And then that gives you a better thing there. Okay, so where we were. Okay, so I chopped that off. We got these dividing here. Then we go off. There was a branch here that died. I'll clip that back. I'm tempted. I'd be tempted to keep this, except it just grows up and it gets into the upper canopy. So, and it just goes straight up. It's not going to work there. So we're going to remove that. And then I don't think I'm going to keep. I'm tempted just to cut. This division back here is way up here. I don't like that. The worst thing that happens, the branch dies. But for the most part, I haven't had much trouble with that. Cutting these back to, like I said, you should be able to defoliate this thing and probably not have any problem. I have defoliated one of these and had no problem years ago. If it's healthy, and it's healthy. So what I'm going to do, hopefully this branch won't die back. I'm just going to cut this branch back. I'm going to cut all that off. And hope we get something further back for that. This one, we're going to go up. We're going to clean this old cut off here up. And we're going to probably do somewhat similar to this one. This is not needed. This is underneath, so that wouldn't be staying anyways. And then our next division is way out here, and we got this long straight part. So I think I'm gonna chop that there. And again, this is looking brutal, but you sometimes got to do this for the future of the tree, or you're not going to. I mean, it's tempted to keep this. You know, it does look pretty nice, but it will never be as good of a tree if you don't. Like I said, this had grown out for a year with very little. I just clipped, as I showed in videos, just a little. Just anything that I thought was going to be, could be problematic. Because we had, like if you don't remember, I had scale insects last year all over this thing, and it was really doing bad at the end of the winter. So, like I said, I just let this grow most of the summer with very little in the way of anything done with it. Now this one, I think, see, we cut the other ones back, and this one's kind of could be out further anyways. I am going to just clip this one back some. I don't like that, so we're going to remove that, and then we're just going to clip this here, put that there. And there we have a good structure started up there. And we're back to this. Now we have the top part to take care of. I'm going to come back here, and we're going to... Now, I'll work on this one first. I do like this break here up to here. Not sure what we're going to do this one yet, so we're going to keep, I'll do that one after I work on some of this other stuff. And then if I cut too much of that off, we could have a big hole where we don't need to have a hole because just trying to clean that up. Okay, this will go. We'll come up here. It's in a good spot for dividing, but it goes up, and I don't need that at that spot going up. So we'll get rid of that. This I will bring back to get it compact. I'll clean that up over here. And why I went this way over that way is because this has got like 4 things coming out, and I'm not. I decided to tackle this side first. Okay, this is coming up, and we got this branch that comes out and down. This comes out nicely, so we'll go here. Need some old stuff up there. Go over here. We come up. We got a break here and here. Not the best division. Oh, we also have a division over here. We'll get to that as we move around the tree. So we'll come back to that. These are both good. I think these are both good division. This is a pretty good division. It goes kind of up, but it works. Where it is, it works. Then we get up into here. We have branches conflicting. This is kind of growing up, and we don't need one growing up here. Bring that back. Oh, we also bring this back. Make that on that other side. We'll compact. Make that help that become compact. Okay, we have this one coming out that way. We have this before it coming out. That I'm not entirely sure we need. We have like 3, 4. We have 4 really close all together. And I think how this will look better. I'm trying to decide here. Do you want to keep this one or this one? One of these has got to go. They kind of run parallel and they don't look good. I'm trying to think. These two are a little further than these two. So I will remove this like that. Then we have this going that. We have a division there. Close division there. And we can reevaluate that down the road if we need to. Now, let's just clean that up a little bit. So we'll cut this one back, as we've been doing with most of them, to make it more compact. And we'll take this back to there, because that grows underneath. It's underneath, but where it is in the tree, it works. It works good. Okay, and then we got this one that came up and over. And I don't think we need this one that's going up here, so we get rid of that. Now, you see we have 2, 3 here. I think I will take, a lot of times the middle one's the best, because that gives you a more, I find it tends to look better with, I mean, you're not going to have them all wide anyways, but wider ones look a little better than closer ones. And then it gives room for everything to grow anyways. Bring that back. We have this moving up. We don't need that in that area. We're going to just cut this back and we're going to make it compact again anyways. Okay, so now we have the one, as I said, we're going to come back around and get this one. This I know I don't need. This is growing up. We don't need that right now. Because again, we're thinking we have this over here that we're probably keeping. I don't see me getting rid of this one. This works going up here. I just haven't touched it yet because I want to see what else we're doing. I think I'm going to get rid of this underneath one. Don't need that. One of them had to go. There was two, this one and this one. They were parallel, so they had to go. One had to go anyways. I'm just gonna cut this back to there for now. Then we're gonna cut this back to here. We got a good one on either side here. Trying to decide whether to keep this one going up. I don't think so, because this is coming this way. We could always maybe get one here to come up if we need it. But it also, yeah, we're going to keep this back one. We're just going to clip it again. Help keep this, make this more compact. We bring it back. And then we still have this. Now this is growing. See this? Yeah, I think this conflicts with that anyways. So we just cut that back. Yeah, and that looks good on that. I'm still going to hold off on this. We're going to decide what we're going to do. Okay, here's this complicated one I didn't want to... It's waiting for. Right here. Okay, I got 4 branches pretty much all in the same place. We only need 2. We really should only have 2 there. But if we take one of them out, we won't be that bad. Because I think if we take this one out, it's competing with this anyways. So we take this out, and this has more room. The trouble we have now, could move that one and this one, but then these two are too close together, I think. I'm not sure on that. The trouble, if I remove either of these, we need something to, we need to rebuild, because we removed this. This is a pretty thick one. It works. I don't think it's too thick. I do think that's a good continuation of the tree, so I don't see any reverse taper. It's decent small to this, so we have the taper coming up. Though, if we remove this, no, that actually wouldn't be bad. This could be removed, but if this is not here, this, we can probably bring these down a little bit. This can become in here. I don't have to worry about that right now. These, I find these are flexible enough. I mean, almost all these branches are flexible enough to be bent a little bit. This will be flexible for a while more. I don't know if I don't have any experience with any other ficus than this one, but I know this ficus is very flexible. So, I think that's what we're going to do here. We are going to keep this one, and remove these 2. Let's get these out. I'm going to tackle that. I'm going to take that off. Quick cut there. And just get this over with. No reason to think about it too long. If you think it's what you should do, just do it. I sometimes find second guessing yourself is not good sometimes. Okay, so we just cut the 2 branches off there, and now we have this to work with. This stuff can eventually grow into here. And then we have this coming up as the part of the canopy. What I think I will do with this is I'm going to cut most of this just to try to I'm not going to do any, I don't see any advantage to any wiring in here. I could bring this over more, maybe. But I think I'm just going to see, like I said, these are flexible. They stay flexible for a while, so I'm not in a hurry to change any of these if they need to be changed. I'm just going to, this is all going to be clipped back. And we'll just try to use clip and grow to get the shape we want up here. And do we want to keep that one? Yes, we want to keep that. But we want to trim it back. Again, we want ramification up here. So now we have this. Okay, we're going to finally get to this one. I think we have too many branches in here. Now this one, the lowest one we'll remove. It's going to start conflicting with back here, so we don't really need that. Just clip. That back to there. Clip. That back to there. And we'll just take some off of both of these. And that's making a nice shape. Yes, we were up higher, but again, we want this tree to be more compact than it is. So that's not a problem. Now, this is kind of in the crotch and too low. We don't need that. This just crosses over the whole thing. I don't think that's any good. This is good to come down to this area. We just need to flip it back. This has got some dividing starting, but we don't need all of it. This isn't growing in the inside. Don't need that. This is pretty much growing in the inside too, so we don't need that. We'll get rid of all that in favor of maybe something growing out this way. Bring that back. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we got dividing here, dividing there. We got some dividing over here. I'm going to remove this part growing up. Get rid of that. Clean that out some. I think here I'm going to, so we got this growing out. I'm going to cut this off in favor for a more upward growth here. And then bring this back. Should be something that could grow out here. Good. That'll work there. We have like 3 branches here. It's not working. There, we got the 2 again. And we'll just trim these 2 back. Don't make the tree compact. Actually, I'm going to bring this one back to that one. That one's going out the right direction for that. Okay, now we got this dividing up here, and then short while we got another divide. I think I'm going to remove this one just because there's stuff over here, so we don't need that. And then we will just make these more compact and pick a bud going in the appropriate direction. So what's next? Come over to here. This down here works for me. This does not. And I think we have, it goes straight from here all the way up to here. I don't like that. So there goes that whole top. And then this will be the new top to that, and we'll bring that back to be more compact and should have something that comes out this way. And then this just needs to be brought. Now, this needs to be removed just because it's sort of growing almost in between these two and then also crossing over, so that's not really any good. And this one has to go. But this needs to be come back anyways. This needs to be more compact. This can go. Look over here a little more. You know what, on second thought, I don't want this. That can go. And alright, these are just leaves, so just the one is like twisted around weirdly. That's weird. Oh, I see where it's two leaves are kind of twisted around each other. Ah, that's better. Alright. You know what? I'm going to remove this in favor of this lower. This will help make that one come out this way more. And still not sure. This I'm going to keep for now. It might get removed later. This might get shortened later completely. I just don't like this. This would be better if it was a little more over this way than over that way. I'm wondering though. We should be able to get something to boost here. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to make that more compact. We're going to cut that off. There. We're going to clean that up a little bit. So there's all that. I think that's pretty much done for trimming. Yes. And now we have a start for the structure of this tree, which I had not done a really good structural prune yet of this. There's the front. And as you can see, we have a structure starting to form on this tree. Yes, this was brutal. This is very brutal, as you can see. Lots of stuff coming off. But if you've never done bonsai, or if you're new to it, sometimes in the beginning you have to do some of this stuff like this. It does you no good to have that big bushy tree that looks pretty decent if you don't have a structure to start, and if you don't have ramification, which is like here. We have lots of ramification. We have, well, not lots, but we have lots more ramification here than we have overall on the tree, or had overall on the tree. This is a pretty good spot of ramification. And I think, actually, I might, yeah, I'm going to clip this back to there, help that grow that way. And I'm thinking this one might get, no, we'll keep this one. This one looks good for now. And this might be, the structure might be altered a little here and there as we go. So there is the trimming of that tree. A very big trim of this. And I think this tree will do just fine as long as I don't get any insect problems like I did last summer. I think this tree will bounce right back. Give it a couple weeks, it'll start pushing out new buds. Yeah, this, I'm much more satisfied with this than it was. When I cut this off, this looked terrible here because this was too thick compared to this. This is thickened up some. I also think as this tree grows, because as I said, this looked terrible when I cut it. I might put a picture in showing when I cut it. But it looked terrible when I cut this. This was really swollen and big. And as this stuff grows bigger, all this area I think will smooth out better. I think this will work. This is almost satisfactory for me. This is almost good for me here. This side looks almost dead on. Okay, we'll rotate it. So, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. This is what I got now.